The Crow is a dark fantasy action film released in 1994. It was written by David J. Shaw and John Shirley, and it was directed by Alex Proyas. The plot starts at a crime scene where a young couple, Eric Draven and his fiancée, are brutally murdered on Devil's Night, a night when many indulge in acts of violence and arson. A crow later brings Draven's soul back from the dead. He then sets out to wreak revenge upon his killers. Brendan Lee, the actor playing Eric Draven, tragically meets his end at 28 following an accident that occurred on the set of this movie. He's hit by a bullet after an accidental shooting at EU Screen Gems Studios in Wilmington, North California. In this particular scene, Brendan Lee's character walks into his apartment and discovers his fiancée being beaten and raped by thugs. Actor Michael Massey's character subsequently fires a .44 Magnum Smith & Wesson Model 629 loaded with blanks as Lee walks into the room. After hearing a loud bang, the crew watches Lee as he crumbles to the ground. Impressed by Lee's acting skills, the director shouts, "Cut!" The paramedics rush the scene and bring Lee to the ER. But it's already too late. Brendan Lee dies of a gunshot wound on March 31st, 1993. The gun in question was once loaded with dummy cartridges, a type of cartridge that contains no primer, propellant, or explosive charge. After one of the shooting scene, one of the dummy cartridges somehow got stuck in the barrel of the gun. The team subsequently loaded the gun in question with blanks and used it in the scene with Brendan Lee. Since the bullet of the dummy round was already trapped in the barrel, this caused the .44 dummy bullet to be fired with virtually the same force, as if the gun had been loaded with live round. It struck Brendan Lee in the abdomen, mortally wounding him. The scene in question was caught on tape, but it was ultimately destroyed by the authorities under the request of the Lee family. Here is the reenacted infamous scene that cost Brendan Lee his life. No one decided to press charges against Michael Massey for accidentally shooting Brendan Lee. Here is an excerpt of the only interview given by Mr. Massey.
It absolutely wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't even supposed to be handling the gun in the scene until we started shooting the scene and the director changed it.
Miramax Studio picked up with the intention of releasing the movie in theaters. They injected a further $8 million to complete the production, taking its budget to approximately $23 million. The story had to be rewritten in order to include flashback scenes that had yet to be completed. The Crow finally turned out to be a big hit, and is still considered a masterpiece by movie enthusiasts and nerds alike. A mystery that is still relevant to this day.